Friday night baseball now from the Big A, Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Tonight, game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Darren James makes his big league debut right after this. Darren James steps on the rubber today for his first major league start. Dan, what do you got on him?
Well, I think the big key, Matt, is just going to be able to control the butterflies. You can only make your first start one time, and a lot of emotions, a lot of things are going through your mind when you're taking your warm-up pitches. Hopefully he can settle down.
First pitch of the at-bat. Underway in the second of 4 here this weekend as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They come in off to a bit of a slow start with just 1 win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, they lost their last game. It was only by 1 run. They should be able, those are the tough ones, but they should be able to put this one behind them.
Temperature was in the 70s earlier today, but 59 at game time tonight. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Due next is Josh Reddick as he gets ready in the on-deck circle. He pulls this one into right. And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, look out for Josh Reddick. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. 1 inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. And now the Angels get their first opportunity in this one. No score. So here's the cleanup hitter, George Springer. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
George Springer.
First pitch on its way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. James makes his debut here as a September call-up amidst much anticipation. And assuming he lives up to the expectations, he could turn into a big piece of this rotation going forward.
Boy, you said that right, Matty. And I think the minor league players that get called up today, they're so much more experienced than they were, say, 10 or 15 years ago with all these games, the futures games and these minor league all-star games and showcase games. These guys are exposed to a lot more at an early age, and I wouldn't be surprised if he pitches really well in this one.
Hit hard down the line. The 0-2 once more is taken for ball one. James is making his debut on the mound today, as we've mentioned. This performance in this one could be a good barometer as to whether he's ready to deal with major league hitters at this point in his career.
Yeah, Matt, this guy wasn't really the most highly touted prospect coming up through the minor league system, but one of the things he does, he throws strikes, and if he continues to pitch like he did in the minor leagues here at the big league level, there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to stay here and pitch very competitive baseball.
Still even at 2-2. Ready with another 2-2. 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And that misses for ball four, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
First delivery to him on the way. Good curveball there. Clipped the outside black for a called strike.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Springer is on his way home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Bregman stands at second with no outs. And there's a base hit on the line.
Go!
And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
Here comes the first pitch. Line hard toward right center, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
3-0 now. Waiting next is Brian McCann. A couple of men in scoring position here with none down. The 3-1 is in there for a full count now. 3-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Another full count offering on its way. And he'll take strike 3 called. And he needed that one badly on the mound. 1 away. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
The catcher, number 17.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 locks him up for strike 3.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
The left fielder, number 23.
Here's Michael Brantley as he sits ground to first. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base hit, run batted in.
Yeah, and as the batter right there, you're taking off your batting gloves, giving dabs to the first base coach. Glad that found the hole right there. Ribeye steak, chalk one up.
3 runs already home here. And it's fouled away. High in the air into shallow left center. Calling for it, Upton. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the bottom of the second. Astros lead this one 3-0. Next up for the Stros, number 44, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Number 44.
Here comes the first pitch. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Changeup. Good pitch there. 1-2.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Trout has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's George Springer. He worked the walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center.
Hey, no running, no running. Eat it, eat it.
And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
Any hitter will tell you that a shot like that just feels different. It sounds different off the bat. See his arms get extended, right arm tucked up against his body, barrel the bat all over the ball, and he smokes it right off the wall in left center. A little more hang time, and that one probably gets out of here.
No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. 1-1.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
The 1-1 home. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fletcher gloves it in time to first, and there are two away. Plate, Yuli Gurriel. And here's an at-bat you don't want to miss. The pop is something to see, so will have to be dealt with carefully here. '50th pitch of the game on its way. In there, strike one. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Gurriel has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. Ready with the 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Gurriel takes his swings from the right-handed batter's box, but he's one of those rare hitters that actually thrives facing same-handed pitching. One of the very best in the game. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side. One left for Houston through 2.5. It's 3 apiece.
Leading off for Houston, the shortstop, Carlos Correa.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Correa, left field and carrying well. Upton going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So the base is empty here with one away. And striding in, the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error so far for the Astros. Hit sharply on the ground. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Into the box now. Brian McCann comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the 0-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
The left fielder, Michael Brantley.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there, and it's 0-1.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Runner on first, 2 away, all tied at 3 apiece. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
0-2, here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. Ohtani waits on it. And that's the third out. Astros leave one. Through 3.5, we're all even at 3 apiece. Stepping in is Josh Reddick.
Leading off for Houston, the right fielder, Josh Reddick.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Swinging a grounder fouled off to the left. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Reddick behind a ball and 2 strikes. Two and two. So a full count now.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Gonzalez is right there. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Ready for another shot now. Number 44. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Ball 1.
1-1.
This is pulled into right. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hold it right there. Hold it.
Into the box now, George Springer. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Alex Bregman waits on deck. The 3-0 pitch. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Hit high and deep to right center. On the run is Ohtani. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Stepping into the box, Alex Bregman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's in the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
And this is what happens when a power hitter is at the plate. You don't want to give him anything in the zone, and sometimes that leads to those tough-to-handle wild pitches. There's a chance they just put him on first now to avoid him doing any real damage.
The set and the 1-1. 1-2. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. He stays alive, still 2-2.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
And he chased it in the dirt. Garver recovers, and the throw to first ends the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. Last half of the fifth coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Luis Garcia takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 40, Luis.
Well, the discussion around this game